What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're gonna be talking about why it's okay for people to miss out on you. Sometimes you're gonna grow up and you're going to not have the people that you grew up with around you. Whether that's family, whether that's friends, any type of relationships, those people are going to fade. And you gotta allow those people to miss out on who you're becoming. The reason being is because those people are not meant to make it with you. Those people aren't meant to actually get to the next level with you. You're going to be scaling so quickly and so fast that they're not able to keep up, and that is okay. You're focused on trying to make sure that they're happy or that they're proud or that they're going to be able to be with you. That is limiting your success rate. It's limiting where you're supposed to head to because you're trying to stay on the same level as them so that they can stay in your life. You gotta break those molds, man. You gotta break everything that not everything that you've built, but you gotta find ways to elevate and to scale while being able to maintain a relationship with yourself. Because at the end of the day, let's say that the friend that you grew up with or the high school, sweetheart that has always been there leaves. Now you're in the same place that you could have elevated from years ago, but you were so focused on trying to make her proud and make her happy. Or maybe your homeboy that you've always been super tight with, he's not really going anywhere in life, and because you want to keep him relevant, you're staying at the same level as him, but you're meant to be leveling up. So what does that look like? Why is that important to actually find people that want to help you level up? Eventually, as you're networking and as you're putting yourself out there in different positions and in different environments, you're naturally going to find a new group of people for you to grow with, for you to naturally want to be better with, for you to naturally make more money with, to see more success with, to live a different life with, right? You might be traveling more. You might find people that have the same mentality as you. You might find people that actually want to get to the next level, and that's not going to be the same group that you grew up with. And you got to let that be okay. Not everybody is meant to challenge or be challenged like you are and to take on the challenge to get to where they need to get to. Some people, they are okay with staying mediocre. Some people are okay with playing video games all day. Some people are okay with wasting money and shopping and doing things that's not going to bring you any value. But you are the person that wants to get to the next level. You want to learn what skills it takes to really make money. You want to make the right connections and find yourself in networking events. You want to find yourself doing more things that's going to elevate the person that you want to become. And what that's going to take and what that's going to require from you is dropping some of the people, your day ones, if you will, dropping some of the people that you don't want to drop. It's a tough decision that you have to make, but it is the decision that you're going to have to make. As you're leveling up, you're going to have to make tough decisions, and that's going to be one of them. So when you're sitting there, you kind of think about and processing, what does the life look like for me? Think about what people do I want to come with me and what group am I surrounding myself with? Because if I'm surrounding myself with winners, I'm going to become a winner. But if I'm around people that are okay with being mediocre, goodness, can't even get it out, then you're going to stay in the same position. And that's the position that you're okay with staying in, by the way, because you're okay with being around that. You always hear people say that the sum of the 5 people you're around make who you are. So if you're around 3 successful people, a bum, and a lazy person, let's say, eventually those people that's in your group, you're like, okay, well, I got these successful people, but the bum, he's the person I can go to when I want to just be lazy with. Or the lazy person, he's the person I can just kind of chill with and not have any goals. I can kind of, relax my mind with. I don't have to worry about anything. But if you surround yourself with 5 killers, eventually you're going to become that too. You're going to become that next person that needs to attack the marketplace, getting to where you need to get to and doing what needs to be done. Going to the gym on time, waking up properly, or maybe early, right? Learning how to dress, learning how to smell right, learning how to sell, right? Learning how to do digital marketing, learning business, learning how to make money, learning how to scale, right? All these things that's actually going to get you somewhere in life. Here's the thing, as you're trying to build the skills and the things that it really takes for you to become successful, you're going to have to put yourself in uncomfortable positions. And that's not just relationships and friends. That's positions that you don't want to do. That's the waking up early. Who wants to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day if you're not getting the right sleep schedule down, right? Who wants to eat chicken and rice every single day and broccoli every single day, right? But the person that's trying to lose weight and gain more muscle will. Who wants to stay up all the time and learn how to run their business and how to run their ads and learn the marketing campaigns and what everything looks like on a consistent basis? The person that is willing to go get it will do all of that. And if you're not willing to do that, then maybe you're just not built and cut out for what you really want to do and getting to that successful level. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I know for myself, as I'm trying to level up and as I'm trying to get to places I haven't been before, it's gonna require me to do things I haven't done before either. So that's staying consistent in everything that you're doing. You know, it's okay to take a little break. You know, like before, I was posting every single day when I was making my videos. I was doing a bunch of shorts, right? I was always going through and editing everything. And then I took a little break. There's nothing wrong with taking the break, but as long as you find yourself coming back and then you stay consistent with it, that's what's gonna get you to the next level. That's where you'll see the results, right? If you're in content creation and you're trying to scale, you have to give the people something to watch for you to scale. That's how you gain more subs and more views and more attraction. If you're in business and you're trying to learn how to sell, you have to go through failed pitches and failed moments where you're not understanding how you're actually not getting that sell, right? For you to actually get to a point where you're like, okay, now I understand why and what I have to say for a person to actually want to get the sell. You know, if you're in a place where you're at your job and you're working on projects and you're working with different people, you're going to have to fail for you to actually get a promotion. And it's like, well, what does that mean? Like, you're going to have to learn how to make mistakes before you can actually know what you're doing to get the promotion that you want. And it's like that in anything. You know, you're going to have to make tough decisions doing things that you don't want to do for the greater cause. And that's just it. So when you're sitting here and you're thinking about what does it really look like for me to scale, for me to grow, sometimes you got to leave people behind. And I hate to say it, but it could be your family, it could be your close friends, and it could be people that you just genuinely don't want to let go. But if they're not helping you get to where you want to get to and helping you scale, then why are you still in the relationship anyway? It's a comfort thing. You know what I'm saying? And the whole process of scaling and becoming better is an uncomfortable process. So sometimes you have to make uncomfortable decisions. Even starting something new, you know? I have a lot of new students that come into Forex and they're like, how do I learn about day trading and this and that? And they're willing to get uncomfortable to be comfortable when they become successful. So it's like, you gotta learn how to roll with the punches, man. Anything that happens in life is going to be uncomfortable until it's comfortable. And that's when you learn to keep, you know, managing and scaling what you're already doing or what you're already working on. So that being said, y'all, quick little video. I just want to need you guys to understand it's okay to leave your day ones if they aren't supporting you. And if you're leveling up outside of their level, it's okay to make sure that you're staying consistent in what you're doing so that you're not getting held back the way that they are. So that being said, y'all, follow me on Instagram, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And that being said, y'all, I will catch you in the next one. I'm gone.